यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य
ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः सर्वोपप्लवरहित प्रज्ञान घन प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्माहमस्मि सोहमस्मि ब्रह्माहमस्मि। ओम प्रपन्न पारिजाताय तोत्र वेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। May the Almighty Shri Lord Venkateshwara bestow all kinds of prosperity, health, wealth and eternal happiness with Paripurna Lakshmi Katakshams to you and the entire your family members and friends. Let us begin Bhagavad Gita, verse number 48 of 11th chapter. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Na Veda Yajnadhyayanairna Danaihi न च क्रियाभिर्न तपोभिरुग्रैः एवं रूपशक्य अहं नृलोके द्रष्टुं त्वदन्येन कुरु प्रवीरा. This verse has to be understood properly because the Vishwarupa Darshanam, which began from verse number 5, Bhagavan has become, Pashyami Partha Rupani Sathashotha Sahasrasaha Nana Vidhani Divyani. So he began with the vast means that limitless Vishwarupa Darshanam to Arjuna. And also he said in the last words, it is very rare and many people even argue. The verse number 46, Arjuna said, I would like to see you in a normal form with 4 hands. And many people argued, why Arjuna said only 4 hands. So because normal human being had only 2 hands, the Krishna, did he have 4 hands like? No, we need not to take it in wrong way, or we need not to exaggerate that things. So normally, so when you see world as Ishvara means your mind should contain more maturity. For example, when you see your family members, so when you see yourself in front of a mirror, in the mirror, what I say, so you feel some kind of affections towards your sharira, and the same affections will be generated when you see your son or daughter or your spouse or your relatives. That affection, it may not be able to be generated by seeing others other than your family members. So you won't get that kind of that affectionate, or not only that, you won't get the comfort to interact with them. That's the human mind. So it's not the human mind, it is the nature of Prakriti. So you cannot take all people as your family members. If you consider like that, other people will consider you are nothing but mad. So it is considered one should have the normal gestures with his body, mind and sense complex. But Arjuna is not meaning that. The Arjuna means he might have said this Ishtarupa Darshana. That Ishtarupa Devata means Ishta Devata Darshanam is so pleasant because you can create whatever the way the Ishtarupa Darshanam can be. In Maharashtra, so when you go Ganpati, when the Ganpati means the Vinayaka Chaturthi is celebrated, Ganesh Chaturthi is celebrated, you go and see the Lord Ganesha. I saw this time when I landed from airport, when we came out, I could see Lord Ganesha with AK-47 with a military dress. That's what the glory of Ishtadevata Darshanam. You can have, Lord Krishna as the Krishna who is with flute and playing flute, or who is with Radhe, or you can also go for a Gopala Krishna, like a Guruvayurappa, and you can also think about the Lord Krishna with the gesture of Upadesha, doing Upadesha for Arjuna, the Bhagavad Gita Krishna, or you can also Samhara Murti Krishna with Sudarshana Chakra. When Bhishma was not able to be defeated by Arjuna, he took, Sudarshana Chakra, or he just picked one of the wheels of the chariot. So that, some people, they like that. So these are all the glory of Ishtarupa Darshana. So when you fix any god in your mind, you can attire him a different dress. Different means, what I mean to say, the cosmetics and clothes and the appearance you can fix in your mind. So we have that convenient. Sometimes, I also see the photos of Lord Shiva like a Gopala Krishna, means like a baby Shiva. So it's unique, baby Shiva. It's not against Shastra. But one thing, we need not to catch hold of that particular form which defined by your mind. But the convenient, you can fix your Ishta Devata, whatever the form you need. And one person said, Swamiji, for me, my elder brother is Lord Parameshwara. Nothing wrong in it. So he sees Lord Parameshwara as his elder brother. What is wrong in it? The mistake will be there when he says, my elder brother alone Lord Parameshwara. So that Parameshwara is not Parameshwara. It's not like that. So he could see, he could experience the devotion in that. Therefore, in our culture, so even turmeric powder can become Lord Ganesha. Even a leaf, Tulasi Dala can become like a Lakshmi or Mahavishnu. This, the grass, we call it the Arham grass, can be taken as Lord Ganesha. Bilva Patra can be considered as the Lord Shiva alone. So lotus can be considered as Goddess Mahalakshmi. So that's what the convenient of Ishta Devata Upasana. So who knows, this Arjuna might have had Upasana. Upasana means as a friend, it is also kind of Upasana, interaction in the form of Bhakti alone. The attitude which provides you a room for communication with the Lord is known as Bhakti. The Bhakti can be in any form. Even Kannappa Nayanar, Nandanar, all those people's Alvars and so many Nayanmars, they had in different, very, very unique kind of communication with the God. Why can't Arjuna say with 4 hands? It's nothing wrong in that. He refers Ishta Devata Darshanam. This one clarification that I would like to give to you, I have given to you. Then in the previous verse, he said, Bhagavan said, Maya prasannena idam rupam darshitam. Happily I showed this form, Vishwarupa Darshanam, to you. Now he is pampering Arjuna because Arjuna's mind is not accepting, but Bhagavan is not going to live in that immature state. So when Vishwarupa Darshanam is shown to a person, that person should be capable enough to accept it. Now Arjuna was struggling. He wanted to go back to that Ishtarupa Devata. Therefore, I always say Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti is very much required. Viveka, Vairagya, Shamadhisakka Sampatti, then Mumukshutvam. These 4 things must be there with a student or with a sadhaka, spiritual sadhaka. But Arjuna was not having that because he was not informed. Now God's duty to provide him the capacity. So while giving that importance or making him understand, he brought this verse number 48. In this verse, as though he is negating all, which he didn't mean. We have to take it very carefully. Na Veda Yajna Adhyayanaihi. He says, spiritual progress may not be needed through Vedas and the practicing Vedas and Yajnas, which he doesn't mean it. He just would like to say, this is, Nahi Ninda Jnaya. So when scripture talks about a particular topic, it seems to be it criticizes the other portion of the teaching. not to show the inferiority of those things, to give the importance to the particular context. Therefore, we have to be very careful to take here. Veda is the body of knowledge. Nowhere you will get. Whole Bhagavad Gita only gives the essence of the Vedas alone. Vedas are the great inventions by the human being. Especially India is so fortunate. Therefore, India is a guru of all other countries. Vedas are the bone, yajnas are the karmas which deals with the adrushta directly. The people may not able to understand the glory of yajnas, but yajnas are having life in it. Every kriya. When you make a homakunda, you are just, creating something. You are working along with the Brahmaji's potentiality. You are rearranging your karma palla. Therefore, Brahmaji himself have told that I have provided jnana. In third chapter, he said, Saha yajna praja srashtva purovacha prajapatihi anena prasavishyadhvam yeshavotvrishta kamadhuk. In that shloka, Bhagavan himself told the Prajapati, he means Brahmaji himself created yajna. How can he negate now? Being in the form of Ishwarupa, Ishvara, so just he would like to point out and give the importance to the attitude called bhakti. So the surrendering attitude brings the bhakti. That bhakti is glorified because the next chapter is going to deal with bhakti. And bhakti is the foundation of Veda study. So when you go for study of Vedas, so you should have the bhakti, means you should have surrendering attitude. Not only that, when you perform yajna, you should not feel yourself with a superiority complex, which is very wrong. So when you perform yajna, you should know how to be polite enough, how to increase the humility of your mind. That politeness, that considering all the creatures as though samatva rupena, giving equal respect for all the creatures. And by danaihi, danam is a great boon. So charity is understood in different way out of India. Okay, charity means they are running a missions. Missions means it's a common word. Okay, you don't think I'm referring or pointing out some particular group of people. No, every human being are nothing but Ishvara Swarupa. But the understanding. So when you give anything as dana, charity, and there are different varieties of charity. Even a marriage is considered as Kannika Dhanam. There is nothing like a marriage contract. It's not the marriage contract. Do you wish? Do you love? Do you do this? No. It's a Kannika Dhanam. It's a receiving something, giving something. So what is to be given? A Kannika. Kannika means what? She is considered as a Parvati Devi. The Parvati Devi becomes a place, means an abode for the Vamsha. She is going to withstand the whole family hereafter. The family should receive her as the mother. The in-laws should receive her as though she is a boon for our family. And this female also, one who is being given or being gifted, she should also know the importance. And people who give also, they should also know the importance. By the name of Vedas rituals, one should not make the females as a slave. Vedas never disrespect the females. Means the females must be given a proper position in the family and the society. We are not going to make them slave. So there were lots of rishis who argued even with Yajnavalkya Rishi. Gargi, one of the rishis who was a female, she argued well and she was enough capable to compete with Yajnavalkya, who was a great rishi, great scholar. And his wife himself, Maitreyi, She argued like anything. That argument is given as a Maitreyi Brahmanam in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad itself. So there is no disrespect of anything. But Kannika Danam is a great rituals in which the charity is happening. The charity life is full of charities. Shriyadeyam, Hriyadeyam, Bhiyadeyam, Samvidadeyam. When you give something, you have to be shy enough that I am giving very limited object, and with expectations, I may give in future better than this. That is the attitude when you provide dana. Dana itself considered as a yoga, means as an yajna. In the 4th chapter, it is said, in the 4th chapter, Bhagavan himself told, na kriya bihi. Kriya bihi means not by having Ashtanga yoga. Are so many kriyas are, even kriya yoga is a separate paddhati. Even nowadays Baba is very famous. The Baba, Kriya Yoga Baba is very famous. Now, all the spiritual practices are not defamed here. Krishna's intention is not certainly that. So he glorifies, he gives the importance, but all this practice should have the surrendering attitude, the acceptance of the God. Tapo bihi, ugraihi tapo bihi. And there are people who perform tapas, ascetic life. So that life which endows with, very difficult tapas. The standing, in one leg for length of time, few years. And there are tapas, different level of tapas. Observing satya, not speaking or not lying, observing truth, life, and brahmacharya life, observing brahmacharya, bachelor life. Bachelor means you don't mistake. So nowadays bachelor is a different meaning. Brahmachari means the person who is having shelter in Vedas. Brahma means in that place Vedas. Evam rupaha shakyaha aham nirlokhe. That's what he wanted to say. Mere Veda studies not helpful. Mere yajna won't help. The mere charity won't help without the proper understanding of Ishvara. Mere kriyas won't help you to get me in this form. The tapas only, tapas only mere tapas, like, Rakshasas. So they also attempted, so many Rakshasas. They began with the improper goals. Therefore, you need to set a proper goal with proper information. So if you are led by a proper guru, you will definitely get it. Now, guru is important. The Shastra is also important. Bhakti is the foundation of all these spiritual practices. Therefore, he gives the supremacy to the bhakti. We need not to mistake. Okay. Drashtum todanyena na shakya. Okay. In this human world, so nobody else gets the fortune enough, means opportunity to see me like this. You are very rare. Therefore, you don't become terrified. You need not become terrified. You please develop your acceptance. It is said in the next verse. Mate vyatha cha vimudha bhavaha drashtva rupam ghoram edrungma medam vyapota bhih pritamanah punastvam tadeva me rupamidam prapashya. That's what, God also plays the role of guru here. So when Shastra brings a certain fact about the world, means the experience of the life, the Shishya becomes terrified and he becomes so vulnerable and he is shaken also by the knowledge. When you think about your karma pala itself, it's terrifying us. If the astrologer says you are going to have a kind of dangerous things next year, you will become terrified. But being the great Acharya, Krishna, never allows Arjuna to continue with this attitude. He says, don't worry. By seeing this terrific form, don't become frightened. Ma te vyatha, ma cha vimudha bhavaha. Don't be deluded also. Because both factors, positive and negative, is together, it's me. Just you enjoy it. Be pleasant. And don't argue with your limited mind. You just don't pay attention of your mind. You start accepting me. Vyapeta bhihi, without fear. Prita manaha, being with pleasant mind. Punaha, again. Tvam, you. Tadeva me rupam, tadeva me idam rupam prapashya. With a proper attitude, you just become normal, become calm and quiet, relax, have a normal breath, and inhale normal breath and exhale normal breath. This pranayama, so it's a great invention, and many people criticize spiritual means only pranayama, and all this criticism which is faced by the spiritual activities, it shows people are very attractive, they are attracted by us. So people who has the influence of media, they are criticizing, don't pay attention on it. So Bhagavan says, have a relaxed mind, become calm, have a normal breath, just open your eyes, look at me with a pleasant mind, not with confused mind, not with deluded mind. Because where there is a delusion means avidya. The avidya makes you to set a fear, because the fear is not at all needed. Anywhere you need not have the fear. That was the teaching in the beginning itself. When Bhagavan begins the teaching, he begins with the same content. Ashocyanan vasochastvam prajnavadamscha bhatase gata sunagata sumschan anushochanti panditaha. Panditaha na anushochanti. The people, wise people, won't set fear, won't have any confusion. They are not deluded. So please come out of your delusion. I am giving. This is what the blessing says. So God should bless us to understand of His originality. The proper understanding of the God is very rare. Your mind becomes an hurdle. It becomes a great obstructing factor. Now God Himself, means Bhagavan Krishna, removes the delusion from Arjuna's mind. Vyapeta bhihi means vigata bhihi, the mind which is not being veiled by fear. You see that. It means what? Bhagavan Krishna is removing the fear from Arjuna's mind, and he is just unveiling the avidya part of his mind, because mind exists with avidya. Avidya means this is self-ignorance or individual ignorance. Every one of us, we contain individual ignorance. That individual ignorance alone makes us sleep. Otherwise we cannot sleep. We need to have ignorance. We are covered with the ignorance. Therefore, you are not able to think beyond the 10 years in the past or future. You cannot assess what is going to happen in the next minute, because you are sophisticatedly covered, veiled by avidya. Now that avidya is being removed from Arjuna's mind by Bhagavan. So have a proper look now. Now Sanjaya begins. Let us read it. Sanjaya uvacha Ityarjunam vasudevasthathoktva swakam rupam darshayamasa bhuyaha ashvasayamasa cha bhitamenam bhutva punas saumyava purmahatma. It has got two meanings now. Bhagavan Krishna said, just you look at me in this form. When Arjuna's mind has become calm enough, quiet enough, he would enjoy. Then Bhagavan, he brings his normal akriti, normal form. And many people have not understood. So once Arjuna sets the fear in his mind, Bhagavan has reduced his form to become a normal human being. No. The Bhagavan, he gave the capacity to Arjuna's mind to accept the factor. Then he became as a normal human being. Now Vishwarupa is being completed. That completion also with the same meter, because the Sanjaya also had the same attitude, same experience, the same glory was experienced by Sanjaya. Therefore Sanjaya also uses the same meter, that meter. So meter thrust up here shows the attitude and what is that, I cannot say a vibration, I can say the density of the experience made him to continue the same with the same attitude. Iti Arjunam Vasudevaha Tathoktva, by saying that Bhagavan Krishna Sukam Rupam Darshayamasa, he became and he showed his normal form as the human being. Then Arjuna, so he became Ashvasayamasa. He became relaxed and the mind with tranquility. Punaha Samyava Purmahatma. So in order to normalize Arjuna's mind, he became to the normal form. Arjuna uvacha drashtve vammanusham rupam tava saumyam janardana idanimasmi samvrittaha sachetah prakritim gataha. Still Arjuna is enjoying this from above. Oh my God, I am relaxed now. By seeing this human form, my minds are getting back. I'm settled now. No, my minds are settled now. So Tava Saumyam Janardana, Ho Janardana. So, oh Almighty, by seeing your this sweet form, the pleasing form, Idanim Samvrittaha Asmi Sachetaha Prakritim Gataha. Now I have become very clear. My mind has become very normal and tranquil. Now Bhagavan continues, that we will continue from the next session. Now Vishwarupa Darshanam is over. So you have to go back and read it again and again. This is a very important teaching in the Bhagavad Gita, which relates with Aneka Rupa Ishvara Bhakti or Vishwarupa Ishvara Bhakti. That we will continue from the next session. Harihi Om. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.